Hello everyone, it's me Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about NaNoWriMo. The typical goal for NaNoWriMo is 50,000 words. I decided to be a weirdo, do a double NaNoWriMo and write 100,000 words. These 100,000 words are going to be comprised of two different projects. The first, which was a middle grade novel, my very first middle grade, called Abingdon House. The second was going to be my brand new YA urban fantasy project, Theft. My goal that I had to hit was to obviously write 100,000 words, and in that was to finish Abingdon House with a word count of 60,000 words. Then the rest of the words spent on writing project Theft with a sort of, if I have the time and if I have the motivation, to finish the entirety of project Theft with 70,000 words, making my grand total, what, 130,000 words, I guess. I didn't quite hit that. My motivation did fail me a little bit, but now we're going to talk about what I did do and what I did not do. So for NaNoWriMo 2020, I wrote a total of 120,808 words in the 30 days. I'm very, very surprised that I actually managed to write that much. I did not see it coming. I didn't. And, you know, I can only thank the supportive community for helping me achieve such a massive goal, because I doubt I would have done it without you. Now, I gave myself the first 10 days to finish Abingdon House, which was the one I wanted to start with, because I knew that I'd be able to finish the entirety of that, rather than try and finish an entire 70k first and then Abingdon House on top. We finished Abingdon House in 7 days, and I managed to underwrite it massively and finish it with a total of 44,621 words. That is my middle grade, which, to be fair, is not a terrible word count for a middle grade. I've already looked at the beginning of it. I already know where I need to sort of extend it to try and make it fit at least 50,000 words, which is in the beginning, because that's the worst part of this book, is the beginning of it. My plan was to write Abingdon House in first person. That lasted a day, and then I stopped because I couldn't do it. I can't write in first person to save my life. I don't even like first person. I thought I'd give myself a challenge. Write in first person because middle grade is written in third person. I find out later that no, middle grade is typically written as third person. It's YA that's typically first person. But me trying to go off Percy Jackson and the Olympians really threw me off. That was my baseline for middle grade, which it shouldn't be, because that is outside the exception of a middle grade novel. So that didn't help me out. So we reevaluated. I thought, I'm not going to struggle through writing in first person. I changed it to third person. It flowed so much smoothly. I don't know how to start middle grades. It's very, very, very boring at the beginning. Extremely. So at least I know what it is that I need to rectify in regards to it. So it's not too much of an issue. The second novel I did, Project Theft, my goal was to finish it in 70,000 words. It's not finished at all. But I have written over 70,000 words for it. In total for Project Theft, I wrote 72,325 words. And I really, really wanted to be finished with Project Theft in 70,000 words. I really wanted to, but my brain did not let me. I had so many issues with the plot and with the subplot and things I had sort of introduced to the plot as an important part of the plot and then completely forgotten about, and I made a mistake with the outline, which I then had to rectify. I changed the outline on my outline and then failed to change it in the manuscript, and then I had an extra 2 or 3 chapters that I had to put into the chapter outline on my manuscript that I didn't have, so my timing and my pacing was off. So I've still got 11 chapters to go basically to finish Project Theft. So there go my dreams of a nice, quick and easy 70,000 words. It's probably going to be closer to 90,000 words now, which is a shame because there's so much stuff that I haven't added into it. Conversations and character moments and things like that, which I was like, I've only read 70,000 words, I can add it in and it's fine. I can't now because of how long this novel is going to be. So issue number 2, we'll figure out how it goes. At the moment I have some wonderful alpha readers for Project Theft at the moment who are helping me at the moment, give me insight in regards to how the plot works and how the character works, because I'm very, very nervous about the plot of Project Theft because it's a lot more detailed and heisty and character than it is action. So I just want to make sure that I'm telling the story in the correct way, from someone else's point of view before I start revising it. I'm also going to have some alpha readers / critique partners for Abingdon House, which I get to start later this month also, which I'm very, very excited about because, again, this is the first time I've written a middle grade novel, so I'm going to need all the help I can get as early as I can get it in order to fix the things that need fixing a lot quicker. Because God forbid I spend 7 drafts on a book again and still have to change the plot because the plot is still not working. We're not doing that again, Nephilim, I'm sorry. It will come as no one's surprise that this NaNoWriMo was a lot harder than past NaNoWriMos that I've had. And it's not because of the insane word count that I attempted to do. It was a combination of the fact that England was in lockdown again for the entirety of November, which I didn't have to go to work, so yay, more focus on writing. I was stuck in the house with 4 kids, 2 of whom had to self-isolate over 3 of the weeks of November. We couldn't go anywhere, we couldn't do anything. My writer brain was not working how my writer brain usually works, and that was very, very frustrating. Look, when I write a new novel, I fast draft. Like, I fast draft. I usually have really high word sprint totals. That all failed me this month. I don't know what has happened to my fast drafting. It's vanished into thin air. So that and the fact my editing brain would not turn off when I was writing Project Theft. So all of that culminated into some sort of high creativity but low motivation, plus second guessing everything that I was writing, thinking it wasn't working, plus all the stress from being in the house and not getting any free time or just like time to de-stress or self-care or anything like that, sort of like culminated into this mess that was NaNoWriMo. Despite the good word count I got, it wasn't very easy to achieve personally and sort of mentally as well. But we are at the end. I've had a day of not writing now to not write. I can't spend too much more time not writing. I still have Project Theft to finish. For my alpha readers who are currently doing it, I have to go through Abingdon House and sort of give it a proofread edit before that goes out to the critique partners and the alpha readers. I've still got 2 novels to revise as well. I'm doing Milwordy, so we can't take that much of a break. If I take too much of a break, I'm not going to have the motivation to go back into it, which is not a good thing. So the quicker I get to work, the better. During NaNoWriMo, I managed 3 10k days. It was supposed to be 5. It was supposed to be in the Chaos Discord. Every Saturday was supposed to be a 10k day. And then the last Saturday and Sunday of NaNoWriMo was supposed to be a 20k weekend. I did the first 2, fine, fantastic. The 3rd week, I just really wasn't bothered to write 10k or even attempt it. And the last Sunday, I wrote 5,000 words and I was done. I was having so much trouble with one of the chapters that I was doing, and I was just like, I'm not even going to bother trying to write another 10k today. It's done. It's done. It's dusted. Let's look at my stats quickly. These are my stats for NaNoWriMo. Here is my overall progress. Nice little bar as we go up. And down here is my daily word count. Love the dip in week 3. Shows just how much work I did. I had a few rough days in week 3 where I was just like not feeling it, so I wrote very, very little. The highest word count I had was the 28th of November, which was actually supposed to be part of the 20k weekend, in which I wrote 10,054 words. The lowest word count I had was actually the 27th of November, so the Friday before, in which I wrote 1 word. Here is my daily word count. I put some notes in for any spectacular days. How spectacular is that? Burn out there as well. And then here is my word count tracker. If only I'd managed to fill in that box as well. If only. And to be fair, I don't even think I wrote that one word. I think I just tracked one word on NaNoWriMo because I didn't want to break my streak of tracking every single day. I didn't actually write the word. Did I cheat a little on NaNoWriMo? I did. I suppose technically my word count was 120,807 words, but we're not going to get pedantic over that at all whatsoever. It's really weird. Like, I don't feel that much of a sense of achievement this month. I don't know what it is, and I don't know why, but it was like I passed 50,000 words on the 9th or the 10th, I think, and I was like, okay, cool, we've hit 50,000 words. Wow, okay, let's just keep writing. And then when I hit 100,000 words, I was like, okay, cool, I've hit 100,000 words. Sure. I don't know what it is. There was just no excitement, and there was no like real achievement for me of hitting such a high word count. I don't know why, and I don't know what it is, but I think writing lots and lots of words in a month has just become so commonplace for me now. It's just like another month for me. And I write so many new novels as well, like constantly. It's not this whole, oh my god, I finished this draft, I wrote this book. I've just done it so many times now. I'm like, okay, I wrote another book, sure. Let's just move on to the revision, which is the stupid part that I don't really like that much, but I have to do if I want to become a published author. So winning NaNoWriMo was strange in that way for me. Like, it's been just another month, really, which is sort of a little bit disappointing personally, that I'm not more excited about the word count that I hit, because it has become so commonplace for me to do stupid stuff like that. So I don't know what it is. I don't want NaNoWriMo to turn into just another month of the year for me, because that sort of takes away from the entirety of NaNoWriMo. NaNoWriMo is supposed to be a challenge. If I don't challenge myself, then what is it if not just November? So that's going to take some getting used to. Like, it's not this big thing for me anymore. At least I can celebrate with other people. I know a heck ton of people who did NaNoWriMo for the first time this year, and I'm so happy that I was able to be there to cheer them on and celebrate with them when they achieved their 50,000 word goals. I know a lot of friends who achieved some massive goals as well, and I was happy to be there and celebrate with them. I think that was the highlight of NaNoWriMo, really, was how integrated I was within the community, which is not something that I usually am, not for lack of trying, but but you know, I finally found a place where I can be involved in a community, and I can have fun, and I can talk to people, and we can sort of celebrate each other. So that was really the highlight for me, was seeing everybody else achieve this goal for the first time, achieve higher than the goal that they intended to. Like, that was the fun bit. Me being the mum, cheering everyone on and being so proud of them and their work, like, that was the highlight for me. I also did a 19-hour write-a-thon. I stayed up the entire night for the first time in like 4 years, and as an adult and a mum of 4 who had kids waking me up very early the next morning, it was a stupid thing to do, but it was a fun thing to do. So I did a 19-hour write-a-thon on the 14th as part of the NaNoWriMo relay. So I was up writing from 10 a.m. in the morning until 5 o'clock in the morning on the 15th. And then I was up at 7 o'clock in the morning with the kids. I took a 2-hour nap at 9 o'clock, and then I was up for the rest of the day, and I went to bed at like 11 or 12 that night. So which is probably not the best thing to do either. But what is NaNoWriMo if you don't have a lack of sleep at some point during the month, right? I think if there was one word to sum up my NaNoWriMo experience this year, it would be satisfied. I'm satisfied that I managed to finish Abingdon House. I'm satisfied that I got so far into Project Theft in what I personally think it's actually quite a decent first draft with what I've written so far, of course. I'm satisfied with the goal I hit, even if I'm not, you know, really that excited about having hit that goal. It's weird and I don't like it. I really don't know how I feel about that. Of course it is December, so that means that we are going to be planning ahead for 2021. Fingers crossed it is better than 2020. So I've got to sort out all my goals going forward, which is also going to be very, very fun. We'll see how many I stick to this time. But of course the work does not stop, even though NaNoWriMo has finished. I do still need to finish Project Theft. 11 chapters to go. I want to try and get it done by the end of the year, or by the end of January at least. I'm not very good at writing first drafts outside of NaNoWriMo because I don't have a strict deadline. And if I do give myself a deadline, I don't stick to it because there's nothing keeping me to that deadline. So we're going to do our darndest and actually try and get it finished outside of any challenges that I happen to do. We've got lots of revisions still to do. I'm currently working on Project Body Swap and Project Faye. Project Body Swap is all here, ready to go for me to start revising now that I've had my day off. I just need to find the motivation to actually start it. Then of course there is starting a critique partner process for Abingdon House, as well as eventually in the future getting those revised and rewritten. I still have a lot of work to do, hasn't changed. So that was how my NaNoWriMo went this year. Let me know down in the comments below. What were your achievements during NaNoWriMo this year? Did you manage to hit your 50k? What are your plans going forward into December and the new year with your Nano project? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.